Hello, I'm going to clean my lens. Well, I should have done that first. So, today I'm cold. Jumper, long trousers, sorry. I'm always cold, but today I'm especially cold. Today we're going to do some gravity yoga. We are going to do some targeted flexibility and stretching on our hamstrings. And about 30 minutes. Gravity yoga is not like a lot of yoga you've done before. It is basically flexibility, mobility, and it can be quite vigorous. So, hello John. I'm just going to try and get this camera in the right place so you can see what I'm doing. You can see before, but I've moved obviously and now everything's chaos. Right, so we're going to start high Gethin with some warmy uppy stuff. If my phone doesn't fall off of here, jolly good. If you've got a mat, brilliant, get your mat out. If you don't have a mat, don't worry about it too much. Oh God, one day I'll get this camera in the right place. Then our lives will all be so much easier. Hold on, while I move this thing. Let's see if I can get it to work a bit better up here. Let's go. Right, 2 seconds. Chaos. Hi Dominic. Hope you're well. Right, there we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Aha! Now it looks like you might be able to see what I'm doing. I'm not sure though. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So we're going to start off with some warm-ups. If you've joined me before for any of my yoga or any of my classes, I like a moon squat to warm up. So we're squatting, hands in the sky, and then all the way down to the floor. Get your knees out wide, down to the floor. As we're going down, hi Madison. Sticking our bums out like we're trying to shut a drawer behind us. Keeping our chest upright. The lower you can go, the better it is, but don't try and go all the way at first because you need to get warm. So we're going to do 3 rounds of 5, that's our first round over. I'll try and find a happy place for this camera. I am not able to find a happy place as yet. One of these days. There we go. That's a bit better. Next round, up. Squat all the way down. Careful as you go down that your knees don't collapse in the way. We're warming up all of our muscles here. Warming up all the joints we're going to be using, shoulders, hips, head, shoulders, knees and toes. And then we'll take another break at the bottom here. Now I'm warming up. I'm just going to prevent a cat fight. Wait! Go! On you go. On you go. Yeah, don't give me no nonsense. That's better. And then our final round of 5. And 5. Excellent. So when we are doing this type of yoga, we use a specific type of breathing. It's called whisper breathing, 4-8 breathing. And basically, when you're doing it, once you get settled into position, you breathe in through the nose for 4. Nice deep breath. And then out through the mouth for 8. By doing this style of breathing, we relax our body and we enable ourselves to stretch slightly further than we might otherwise feel comfortable doing. Today, it's all about hamstrings. So we're going to start with a ragdoll pose. We don't do many poses in gravity yoga, but the ones that we do, we stay in for a while. So you might want to stick some music on in the background because some of these stretches can get a bit intense. Distract yourself in any way you want. And with the ragdoll pose, what I want you to do is stand with your feet hip distance apart. You're going to pull up out through your pelvis, arms in the sky, and then you're going to fold forward from the hips. So we're hinging forward from the hips. If you want to bend your knees, bend your knees slightly, and we're just going to hang here. The important thing is that you don't collapse your back, you're pulling up through the hips, you're hinging forward, and you're just going to hang. Hello kitten. If you have a cat or a small dog to keep you company, so much the better, but if you don't, that's fine too. So the point of gravity yoga is to become like a wet noodle. Let gravity do the work. Do only what you need to do to keep yourself in position. You're not going to strain, you're not going to puff. Your legs might start to shake, that's quite normal, but you shouldn't feel any sharp shooting joint pain. For those of you that have joined me before, you'll know that I tell you not to do this if you're pregnant. Actually, there's only 3 guys and me online, so that seems unlikely. Don't do it if you think you might be pregnant. If you have Ehlers-Danlos, don't do it. If you have hip or knee replacements, don't do it. It's a very intense and a very deep stretch. You don't want to be caught up doing something nasty to yourself. So we're breathing in through the nose for 4. And out through the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Thank you, kitten. 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep this pattern of breathing whilst we enjoy the stretch in our hamstrings. Because everything's connected, you might feel this running down into your calves, even into your Achilles or feet. You might feel the stretch running up into your glutes or up into your lower back. It's all quite normal, as long as you don't have any sharp shooting joint pain, it's quite safe. Kitten, what are you doing? Stop it. With each of these poses, we're going to stay in pose for about 3 minutes. Your legs start to tremble, if you start to sway, that's fine, just keep breathing. In through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 8. Sing, keep going. There's nothing wrong with you! Stop it! Proof of life. Sit down, you silly cat. Come here, come here. Last breath here. In through the nose for 4, out through the mouth for 8. Okay? And what we're going to do now, because we've had a lovely flex through our hips, is that we're going to extend. So I invite you to put the hands on the floor in front of you. If you can keep your legs straight, that's fine. Walk yourself back into downward dog. And then walk yourself down forward into a plank. You want your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. If you can't manage that, you may want to drop onto your knees. If that's still too much, then onto the elbows. Find your happy position. We'll stay here for a minute or 2. Not really. What we're doing now is extending through our hips to counter the flexion that we've just done. Okay? Excellent. Drop down onto your knees, back into child pose, and then come up to sitting. What we're going to do now is a side leg stretch. I'll sit facing you for this one. Kitten! Sorry, cat helpers. So, with our side leg stretch, trying to get into a position where you can see what I'm doing with my legs. Take your left leg, bring it up, and bend it so that your foot is flat against your right leg. And what we're going to do might be that your foot is further down your leg, might be your foot is right up into your groin. Find whatever's comfortable. And we're going to lift up through our hips, hands facing the ceiling, and then we're going to fold forward. Now it's important when you do this, that when you fold forward, you don't just collapse your back. I don't care if you can hold your feet doing that. What I want is your body to be upright, hinging forward at the hips, hands up. Okay? Hello, Madison. You might be able to get as far as your feet and ankles. You might only be able to get halfway down your shin. You might only be able to fold as far forward as your knees. Depends how tight your hamstrings are. Doesn't matter how far you can go, as long as you're maintaining good posture, keeping yourself upright, flexing forward. Once you're settled into position, start our 4-8 breathing. Looking just beyond your front foot. Hands in the sky, palms facing up. And no collapsing down into your back. If you find you've done that, just sit yourself back up again, raise yourself up through your pelvis and extend forward. So again, our 3 principles of gravity yoga here apply. Wet noodle, so whilst your legs are tense, your upper body should be fairly relaxed, and you should just be letting gravity do all the work of the stretch. We meet or beat our previous time. If you've done this class before, I usually start people off at about 2 minutes, and then we work our way up to 5 minutes in posture. So what we've got is a lovely rotation of the hip here, flexion through the hips, extensor on this side. And we'll take our last breath here, not literally I hope. Okay, if you just bring this left foot back out in front of you, what we're going to do now is counter the flexion with some extension. So just lie on your back, knees up, and push up into a glute bridge. And lovely extension now through both the hips to counter the flexion before. Okay, we come back down to sitting. What we've done with our left leg, now we're going to do with our right leg. So bring that right knee up to a position that's comfortable for you. Rotate the knee out, flatten the foot against the straight leg, as high as is comfortable for you. It might be down here, it might be in your groin, depends how flexible you are. And then we're going to raise up from the pelvis with our hands, palms towards the sky, and flex forward. You might find, as I do, you can see here, one side is more flexible than the other. That's totally fine. It's quite normal. Whilst our bodies are built for symmetry, not everything works symmetrically all the time. If you want to rest your hands on your shin, that's fine. If you take them down to the floor, also fine. Again, don't collapse down on yourself. I'd rather you didn't go so far, as long as you feel the stretch. This time, as well as stretching our hamstring and our hip, we're getting a stretch in the structures of our hip. Most of you, as I can, will feel our piriformis, which is very commonly tight in the hip. It's the one that lets you turn your foot to point it in towards each other. If you can't, that's short or tight, it causes you a lot of problems with hips, lower back, so it's a good stretch for it. Remember our 4-8 breathing. In through the mouth, in through the nose for 4, hi Dita. Out through the mouth for 8. By breathing in this way, we help to relax our body and hopefully We increase our stretch. Hi, Gita. Gita's coming to help. Hey, babe. I know. Just be aware that you're not crumpling in on your back. You want your upper body to remain upright. You'll be looking just beyond your foot. And we'll take our last breath here. Gently sit yourself back up. Bring that knee around. And once more, we're going to go into the glute bridge, dear friends. So onto your back, knees up, and thrust those hips towards the sky. Get a lovely extension through your hips. Just take a couple of breaths here. Hi, kitten. Hello. Come here. Come here, silly cat. And back down. So, having stretched out this hip in a rotation, we're going to take our legs wide and shimmy back. Here I shimmy. Kitten. And this time, get your legs as wide apart as you can. Can you see me? I've got my legs split over this way. What we're going to do, sit up straight, take a big deep breath in, arms in the air, lifting up out your pelvis, and hinge forward over your right leg. Again, don't let that back collapse. So upper body should stay upright, looking just beyond your foot. Palms towards the sky on the floor if you can. On your shin bone if you can't. If you can't go that far, don't worry about it. Just find whatever's comfortable for you. Settle into place and become a wet noodle. You feel the stretch up here in your abductors. You'll feel the stretch probably in the back of that hamstring and this hamstring, possibly into your lower back, probably down into your calf. That's all fine. Find your breath. So in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And out through the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing in this pattern. Help your body relax, help your muscles stretch a wee bit further than maybe you're used to. Your legs might begin to tremble, that's totally fine. You're all doing really well. I bet this hurts a bit because hamstrings are tight, but you're doing a brilliant job, trust me. I'm secretly watching you through Facebook. And last breath here. Slowly roll yourself back up to sitting. And again, we're going to counter the stretch. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that Madison has moved to eat some biscuits. What we're going to do is a tabletop. We're going to do 5 of these. So hands facing forward, behind you, bend your elbows. And then push your hips up towards the sky. look towards the ceiling, and down, back up, and down, back up, and down, back up, and down, and one more time, back up, and down. Okay, good work. Startling inevitability, we're going to swap sides. So get yourself shimmied round, spread your legs, reaching up out through your pelvis, hands in the air, and then lower over, hinge over that left leg, palms facing up the way, and don't collapse on your back, body upright, looking just beyond your toe. And start your breathing once you're comfortable. Remember, you're a wet noodle. If you've got music on, crank it, always helps. These stretches can be quite intense. Don't know if you can hear, I'm listening to the radio in the background. I don't want it too loud because then otherwise the copyright people get upset. Palms towards the sky. You feel yourself collapsing in on your back, just reset, bring yourself up. And down you go again. Hi kitten. Hello Baba. Hello. Come here. Come here. Good boy. If you have a cat to help, always nice. If not, you can meow quietly to yourself or purr in contentment. Hi Pom Pom. Hello Baba. Oh kisses. Hello. If this foot starts to roll in, don't worry about it. We're not looking for perfect form here. We're looking for you to relax into the stretch and let gravity do the work. Madison, kitten, sit down. Leave Madison alone. Madison, don't hit kitten. Oi. Last breath here. Gently roll yourself back up to seated. If you need to, intervene to stop a cat fight. Once again, we're going to come round and we're going to do some tabletops. So, hands behind you, knees bent. When you're ready, thrust those hips towards the ceiling, look towards the ceiling. And down. When you're ready, back up again. Down. We're going to do 5 of these. This is number 3. And down. Last one. Lovely work. Right, so I'll get you up on your feet, please. We are going to do one final series here. Short dog. It's like down dog, but short. And then we'll do some twists just to finish us off. So, down dog, of course. Hands, feet. Classic down dog. You're going to be down like this. What we're going to do is shorten that, so walk your hands in a wee bit, as close as you can. If you need to bend your knees a bit, bend your knees a bit. If that's still too intense a stretch, get some blocks, put your hands on blocks, even put your hands on a chair. You want your feet and your hands to be maybe a metre apart. So go down, get yourself in position. That's even a metre apart, half a metre apart. We're going to let gravity do the work. And you'll really feel the stretch this time through the hamstrings. So when you're ready, breathing in for 4 and out for 8. Need to bend your knees, not a problem. You might find yourself start to sway. Don't do it on purpose, but if your body starts to move in that way, become aware of it, and then just still yourself again. Your legs might start to tremble. You might feel this through your calves and into your lower back. Again, all fine. Our hamstrings, our calves, our lower back, our hips, our pelvis, all connected. If you feel your legs start to tremble, not a problem, let them tremble. What you should never feel is any sharp shooting joint pain. Feel that, stop at once. Last breath here. And you can either bend your knees, or if you can, just walk your hands back up. And slowly walk yourself back up to standing. Lovely stuff. Okay. Now, I want you to just lie on the floor. You might have heard of corpse pose. That's what it says on the tin. Just lie flat on your back for a second or two. We're going to stay here for a couple of minutes. You might think, why do I have to lie on my back and just breathe normally? What's the point of that? The point of that is that you've just stretched very deeply. All of your muscles and joints have probably moved a bit further than they're used to doing so. And by just lying here flat on our backs for a minute or two, what happens is the muscles and the joints start to settle, and just the blood leaves the muscles, starts to go back into normal circulation. It's not being pumped there in response to exercise, so the muscles start to settle. And if you're lucky, they start to settle in this slightly longer place because they've been quite deeply stretched. Normally, if you're stretching after exercise, you know what you do. You kick your foot up, you catch it in your hand, you count to 10 or 15 maybe, and then you wander on. Now, there are different sorts of stretching. There are maintenance stretches, which is your count to 10 or 15 maybe and wander on. You have an actual progressive stretch where you'll maybe count up to 20 seconds, which can elongate the muscle or the connective bits and bobs, tendons, what have you, for a short period of time. The point of gravity yoga is that you're stretching your muscles beyond, not a comfortable range of motion, but certainly beyond what they normally would stretch to. And you hold it there for a prolonged period of time, so it does actually encourage the muscle to stretch and then just retain some of that stretch on a more permanent basis. Hello, Madison. So by just lying here for a couple of minutes when we finish up, it means that your muscles will start to settle into this new place and that you'll retain the stretch. And just breathe normally here. Okay, what we're going to do, bring our feet up, bend our knees, roll onto our left hand side, and push ourselves up. And then we're going to sit. We're going to cross our legs, and we're just going to help our breathing to come back to normal. So I want you to breathe in and out through your nose for a count of 4 in and 4 out. Good work. Oh, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't, I can't do anything about it, so whatever. Stay safe, folks. Join me at 1 o'clock tomorrow and we'll try something different. Bye.